Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is the start of a new vlog and I am so excited. I am really excited because last week was a bear. This week is going to be tough, but in a different way because I'm going into the office a few days. But I can't wait to share with you all that this week brings. It is Sunday. It is day 21 and it feels good. It feels good to be outside. I am walking Sasha, getting in my steps on this beautiful early fall day. So let's see what the week brings. I can't wait to share more with you. Here is my meal prep breakfast. I have my chorizo omelet, my vegan chorizo with eggs and onions and peppers. I have some pickled onions here for good gut flora. It's really good for your gut microbiome. I have my broiled kale, my multi-grain sourdough bread, protein coffee. I have some kiwi and one clementine there for fiber, my water that I need to finish. This is what I call a complete, healthy, protein-focused, fiber-fueled breakfast that my body craves and needs after eating out for a week. I need to just let my stomach settle and eat something at home, and this hits every single time. It's only 2 o'clock and I've already reached 9,300 steps. Thank you, Sasha. I am not overly hungry, but I know that I need to eat protein and fiber, so here are some berries for fiber. I'm having this Barabel's pumpkin spice protein bar. These things are addicting and delicious. A good protein to calorie ratio, and this yogurt is 10 grams of protein. So in all, I have 30 grams here, and then I have my healthy fiber. It's a win for me. Simple is essential. Getting things done, that is my mission for today. I walked Sasha twice. I am now getting gas for the next few days because I have to go into the office. I'm going to make some Amazon returns, and then I'm going to Marshall's to make some returns, and then I'm home for the rest of the day. It feels good. I hit the jackpot. I literally hit the jackpot today. Not only did I find a pair of straight leg pants, but I found them in this brand, Angels. Let me tell you a little story about this brand. When my girls were younger, I am a very young mom, and my husband and I were living check to check, and I really couldn't afford to buy a name brand, much of anything. And we had this little ghetto store called Rainbow, and it was called Rainbow Shops back then. And that's where I did a lot of my shopping. That's where I did a lot of my shopping for my casual wear and just everyday stuff. So they carried this brand, Angels. I must have had about 8 to 10 pairs of jeans back then. Most of them were bootleg cut. This is going back to the early 90s. And I loved them, but I wore them to death. They started to shred. The style kind of went away. I started to gain weight and they no longer fit me, so I had to throw them away. It was time. It's been about 1.5 years that Marshall's has started to introduce this brand back. I can't tell you how happy I am. This brand, Angels, if you are curvy, if you have a booty, if you got hips, all the Latina things, then these are the jeans for you. They are thin. They are extremely stretchy. I love that their waistband has elastic. They're forgiving, all the things. And the price point, you cannot beat it. $19.99. They are true to size. They will fit you snug. I need to show you this cute pouch that I found at Marshall's. It was only $6.99, but this is my color of choice, you guys. I am finding myself gravitating to this color more and more for my planners, for just everything pretty much, in terms of stationery, even shirt-wise, like clothing-wise. I am gravitated to this color. So I found this cute little pouch. Let me show you how much I love it because you guys know I love sunflowers. If you didn't know, now you know. Here is my Planner Perfect Traveler's Notebook cover. This is my Hobonichi Weeks cover. See what I'm saying? Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Look at this. So beautiful. I love it. But yeah, cute little pouch. Another good find. I'm telling you, I hit the jackpot today. I'm really trying to do better by showing you guys my meals so that you can see how I'm able to mix protein with fiber and a complex carb. So here we have my vegan picadillo. It's ground meat, and then it's vegan ground meat. I have a smashed sweet potato for a healthy complex carb because tomorrow I am doing strength training and I need carbs. And then over here, we have about a serving and a half of roasted vegetables. I can't wait to eat this, but this is my dinner. So you guys have seen my 3 square meals today. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Vlog right now with 13,000 steps in the books for today. Yes. It is 6:30 in the morning. The sun hasn't even come up yet, but I am out walking Sasha real quick because my son-in-law can't come until I think it's like 8 o'clock or 8:30, and that's a little bit too long for her to eat first thing in the morning. So took her out. She went right away. It's the start of a really good day, and it's the first day of autumn, my favorite time of year. I'm in my car. I'm ready to go into the office. Here's one thing that I switched up, and this is going to take some time for me to get used to in the morning, but I decided to make sure that I had my things ready and packed and in the car before I took Sasha out for a walk. The last time I had to go into the office, she decided she didn't want to pee right away or poop right away, and I got really frustrated with her because I still had to come home and do all of that. So I changed it up a little bit, and I'm still doing good with time. I didn't sleep at all, but I'm awake, I'm alive, and I'm heading into the office. Funny little story. I was in such autopilot mode. I was listening to a morning prayer on my way here. I was such in a zone, I missed my exit. I had to turn back around. But perfect hard-boiled eggs. So let me show you what I packed today for snack and breakfast. So here I have my collagen and my protein powder with a cup of soy milk. I blended it all up with my frother. I have my Bear Barrel pumpkin spice protein bar. I have 2 eggs for breakfast. And for fiber, I have in here my fruit, and I cut up a kiwi this morning. So one thing I need to do better is I need to cut up that kiwi the night before. Anyhow, I also have a protein yogurt. So these are my snacks. This is my breakfast. And yeah, I'm starting off A-okay, I think. I have not been able to vlog all day. Let's see. Meetings back to back at work. I left about an hour later than what I wanted to. Right down the street from my house, I was pulling up and I saw my neighbor running across the street into this little like mini wooded area. I didn't know what was happening. I just saw him running. He is a state trooper. And I thought, oh my heavens. I thought maybe it was his wife or his daughters. He has 2 little daughters. And I got so scared. I pulled over, jumped out of my car, and he yelled at me his daughter's name. And he said, she's in the car. Can you go to the car? I still didn't know what was happening. I sat in the car. She was actually on the phone with her mom. I don't even know how he must have given her the phone, dialed his wife's number, given her the phone to keep her company. And when I got in the car, she said, oh, Lisette's here. She's the cutest. She's just turned 5. She just started kindergarten. He was picking her up at school and bringing her home. And what had happened is that he saw the car in front of him veer off the road and went into this little wooded area and crashed into a tree. And when I saw him running, he thought that he was dead. It's a 45-mile-per-hour road, and he went full speed. And apparently he fell asleep. Young gentleman. He had to be in his 20s, but he had his seatbelt on, and he just had some bruises and scratches on his knee, I think, and on his arm or shoulder. But when my neighbor ran, he really thought that he wasn't going to be alive. So it was a moment. It was a real moment. My heart was racing. It was scary. I came home, I dropped everything off, I took off my blazer, and I had to take Sasha out because she had been in her crate for most of the day. So I took her out, walked her. It's just been a really busy evening. And then my daughter called because she doesn't live in the state. So she called and we had FaceTime. She calls just about every night. We FaceTimed with our granddaughter and, stayed on the phone with her for about an hour. And here I am. I literally just took a shower. I'm about to take my progesterone and I am on 100 milligrams per day because I still have my uterus. So this is part of, hold on. It is part of my hormone replacement therapy. This is my estradiol patch and it's estradiol gel. The reason why I love these little gel packets is because I can travel with them. They are portable, exact dosage, no guessing. I can't use a patch. I don't know how long you've been watching me here, but adhesive on my skin, on this part of my skin, always leaves me with a rash that ultimately gets infected. So it's not something that I can really put on my skin. But here is the estradiol, and all I do is put it on my arm like this. I squeeze all the contents out of the little packet. There's always a little bit that stays behind, so I just kind of squeeze it and do that. And then I just rub it on my arm like this. This is it. This is the application of my hormone replacement therapy. I do my skincare real quick. I use plants only skincare. I've been using this for now. It is the only thing that has cured my melasma. Listen, this thing is not 100% proof, right? We're human. My face at 55 still breaks out. I don't know why. I stopped fighting it, but here's what I know for sure. This product is plants only. It is not plant powered. It is plants only. It is filled with antioxidants. It is Botox in a bottle. It has, it's full of antioxidants, no fillers, no colorants, nothing. It's pure 100% plant. On the serum, if you want more information on this skincare, I am an affiliate. I have been, but I pay the same prices that you pay. To be honest, I do have a 30% coupon code for anyone that's interested. I will link all of that for you below. But yeah, this product has changed my life. Good morning. It is day 23. I'm out walking Sasha, of course. I am in my last 10 minutes. I decided to take a little bit of a longer walk this morning because I am not sure if I will have time later. I have back-to-back meetings, and before the day gets away from me, I needed to just move my body. So we came out this morning for a little bit of a longer walk, and it feels good. I wore long sleeves because it is fall. Yesterday was the first day of autumn, but you wouldn't know it. You would not know it. Anyway, let's get this day started. A mother's job is never done, no matter how old your kids are. She didn't ask me to do this. I am doing this from my heart. My daughter has the flu, and she is in bed and not feeling well. So I am making her some chicken noodle soup because this really helps you heal. It helps you recover. And if nothing else, it's comfort food that just makes you feel like you are feeling better. Making her about a half a pot of soup. I added vegetables, peppers, onions, celery, and carrots. I added sofrito. I have these small shells. This is what I have on hand. You can use whatever pasta you want. I'm not being particular. I just put this on, bringing it to a boil, and then I will let it simmer for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna add the noodles, lower the temperature down to low, let those noodles cook, and then I'm going to call my son-in-law and ask him to come pick this up for her. I hope this makes her feel better. This is my lunch. These are the hard-boiled eggs. I added mayonnaise, relish, a little bit of mustard, sprinkled it with salt and pepper, Oh, you know what? I'm gonna add everything but the bagel seasoning. That has to be so good. This is my protein, my healthy carb. That's a multigrain sourdough underneath. And then here's my fiber. I need to finish my second water. I did add the everything but the bagel seasoning, my fruit, and there is my cute little bowl of soup. This is my lunch, day 23. Here's the bag that I packed for my daughter. There's her soup. She still has mail that's being forwarded here, so that's her mail. I put it in a plastic bag because just in case something spills, I don't want her mail to get anything on it. I have 2 little small packs of crackers. I'm sending her different types of throat drops and a little bit of little medicine, Tylenol, Advil, and then Advil cold and sinus. So this is her little care bag. My poor baby. Yes, she's still my baby. Yes, she is. And I added a couple cans of ginger ale. Back-to-back meetings require extra dosages of protein, so I just had this pumpkin spice bear bell. These things are addicting and delicious. And I know that I look like a mess, but it is 10:30. I am exhausted. I had meetings literally all day. I had a little break to have dinner, and then I was back on. I had 2 evening calls tonight. My brain is done. I'm shutting everything down. I am going to bed because I can't process another thought. Yeah. Day 23 in the books. Good morning. Okay. Hi, baby. Hi. Good morning. Look at your little tippy tops. A little tippy top. I have my protein powder, making a mess because I'm doing this with one hand. And then I have my collagen. So this is 2 tablespoons here. Goes right in there. And it's now ready for my coffee. Warming up my kale that I broiled the other day. I have soy milk protein for my coffee. I've already made 2 eggs. I'm going to put a little bit of these pickled onions, and this is breakfast. Here's the final plate. I added everything but the bagel seasoning to elevate eggs. If you want a little bit of a different taste in your eggs, just try sprinkling a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning. It changes it completely. But I have pickled onions for my gut microbiome. It's really good. Fermented anything is good for your gut microbiome. I have fiber in the kale, fiber in the onions. I have a good source of a carb. This is the multigrain sourdough with a little bit of mayo, eggs for protein, my protein coffee, and my water. Love this simple breakfast. Good morning. Happy day 24. I'm out walking Sasha. I overslept. I overslept by about 45 minutes, which is kind of okay. Obviously, I was tired. My body was tired. I felt it last night when I went to bed. So it's going to be a productive day. I know it is. And a great day. It is unseasonably warm. I am ready for fall. I'm ready for 60 degrees. I'm tired of this humidity and this heat. I am over it. I'm over all of it. But for now, let's finish this walk, get back home, have some breakfast, and then it's another day of meeting marathons. That's the recipe for today. All right, let's continue. Don't have a lot of time for lunch, so I'm just making this really quick shake. I've used my Magic Bullet for this. We use this thing every single day. My husband makes his shakes in the morning. Here it is. This is the one that I had prepared to go into the office, but I did not go into the office today. So I am going to have this for lunch. So this is almost 40 grams of protein just in this shake. And I have a ton of fiber in here with the kiwi, which is a superfruit with the berries. Delicious, wholesome, and I didn't have to order out. Saving money is always a win. Always a win. Dinner. I'm hitting a little bit of a slump physically. I'm just tired. I am taking out my vegan meat. I added some taco sauce here just to add a little bit of different flavor. I'm really not even hungry, but I know that I have to eat. So I'm going to attempt to eat this, and I have to log on. I have a couple of meetings tonight and office day tomorrow, followed by another few meetings again tomorrow night. So they're just really long days since last week, since I've been traveling. Really, really long days. Meanwhile, Sasha's living her best life. She's chewing on this bone. This is what we give her to calm down. It really calms her down, especially after she eats. And she's just having herself a great old time with that bone. Look at her hind legs. I love when she does. Hi, Sasha. So here's something that I do every night because I am not a person that really gets dressed up for work. It's business casual. So I take my clothes out the night before. I get up a lot earlier than my husband, and I don't want to disrupt him. So I always bring my clothes into the bathroom, my shoes, everything. I have my jewelry, my perfume stays in here, but I have everything here and ready for the morning. It's just one of those things where I'm a firm believer. My father was in the military, and he always said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And he taught us that mindset, and I still use it even today. You have to go in your crate, honey. I know, it's your least favorite time of day, but you have to go in your crate. But I will say, thanks to Sasha, I was able to complete 11,000 steps. Not bad. Thank you. Thank you, puppy. It is day 25. It's an office day. And I'm packing my little bag of snacks. In here is my soy milk, collagen, and protein. I love the Westlife protein. It's 9 grams per 8 ounces. There's 8 ounces in here. And here is my protein I'm going to drink this morning. And when I come back from walking Sasha, I will have my ginger turmeric shot. This is just my daily routine. Every morning I have to have my protein and my ginger turmeric shot. But it's time to walk Sasha. Hi, good morning. It is day 25. I am very, very, very tired. I was up at 2. I drank tea pretty late, so it made me go to the bathroom. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. I think it's the lack of exercise. I am walking, but I am not exercising. I always sleep better when I work out, so I'm attributing it to that. But anyway, on my way to the office, it is 6:32. I should be there by 7:30, and it's going to be a good day. I'm planning to have breakfast and lunch in the office. I am leaving early because I'm getting there early, and I have I have 2 more meetings later tonight, so I'm not being in the office all day. That is just not going to happen. Okay, that is all for now. I will check in when I get there. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Here, safe and sound. That is always the goal, is to make it wherever I'm going safe and sound. I wish the same for you. For me, I will sacrifice just a little bit of sleep so that I don't have to deal with traffic and all the craziness on the road, the horns blowing, people speeding. It's just not my thing. It's not the way I want to start my morning. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I left a little bit earlier. Fun fact about me, I always pull out these writing instruments, whether I'm working from home, I'm coming into the office, it doesn't matter. I have to have these writing instruments very close by. So to start, I have my Energel needlepoint pen. This has been my recent favorite, but I always have some kind of a gel pen. I have my highlighter that doesn't smear. These are super good. They're not as bright as the fluorescent yellow. I really like these toned down muted yellows. I have my felt tip Paper Made red pen here, marker. I have my pencil with a little grip. This one is super comfortable in my hand. As a left-handed person, it's very hard for me to find comfortable writing instruments. This one is a current favorite. It is by Champ. And then I have my external click eraser. One thing that I have never been a fan of is using the eraser that's on the pencil. I don't know why. I have always been this way. Even when I was in school, in grammar school, in high school, I always had either the caps, the pencil caps, or the little blocks of erasers. I'm just not a fan of using the eraser on my pencils. I don't know. Am I weird? Are you like that? Please tell me there's other people that are the same way. But these are my go-to writing instruments. I reach for them throughout the day, but I always take them out first thing in the morning. Just a little fun. I decided to keep it simple today. I just have 2 eggs over medium and a hash brown. And I'm going to eat this real quick and head back to my desk. It's my outfit of the day. Super comfy. Listen, stuff is getting serious out here. I just spent $101 on 2 bags of things for my ginger turmeric shots. Have you ever felt like your days just all blend together? That's how I'm feeling. I am out here walking Sasha. I came home, put everything away, and I had to change my clothes. It is way too humid out here. It is September. I need for it to be 60 degrees. It's 80 something degrees today. What are we doing? What is happening? I need fall. I need crisp. I need a breeze. I need cooler temps. Yeah. We are making a lot of progress. She's doing so much better on her walks. She has her bad days just like we do, but today has been a good day for her. Okay, so these trees are starting their early phase of changing colors, and I can't wait to bring you guys along to show you how this tree right here and that one right there changes into the most beautiful fall colors. It's just the beauty of taking walks, something that I never enjoyed, and now I do. I look forward to it, actually. So looking forward to these trees changing. These clouds remind me of the movie Toy Story. Every time I see it like this, that's what comes to mind. When Buzz is flying, it just looks like the movie. I am back from the hot, humid walk with Sasha. I'm going to have a Bearbell pumpkin spice protein bar and some fiber, because I didn't even have a chance to eat this at work today. You guys know the story. You guys know the drill. Meetings after meetings after meetings. And that's Sasha playing with her bone, because it wouldn't be a clip if Sasha wasn't playing with her bone. Yes. Here's my dinner. I am not that hungry, but I need to eat because my goal is to eat before it gets dark. And as the season is starting to change, it's going to get darker earlier. So I'm just conditioning myself for that. Anyway, I have this salad that I made, and then I have this salmon that I meal prepped. I'm not going to eat this whole thing because I can't. I just can't. Anyhow, this is my dinner. And then I'm going to take an early shower because I have a couple of meetings in about an hour. That's my plan for tonight. I am probably going to end day 25's vlog here, putting on my estrogen on my arm and doing my skincare. I have 2 meetings that I need to get to. And then after that, I want to journal a little bit, and it'll be really late because my last meeting ends at 9:45 tonight. Good morning. Happy day 26. It is a little bit cooler out today. Thank goodness. It's still humid, but it is a little bit cooler. I'm out walking Sasha. The sun is shining. The clouds broke. The rain is supposed to continue tomorrow. It's been raining for the last 2 days, but it's supposed to continue tomorrow. So I will take the little bit of sunshine we're going to get today. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a productive day. I don't know much, but that's what I'm claiming. And that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Have dogs or are taking care of your grandpuppies, you have to get this little attachment. It has 4 different slits in it, and it holds all of the poop bags. Sasha has pooped 3 times this morning. She usually does on our long walks, but it is one of the best things. I think I got it at the Container Store, but it's called Sweet Paws. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon or other places. It's a must-have if you have dogs, for sure. So if you walk your dogs, or if you're a dog walker, get yourself one of these. I love it. Nothing to see here, just my normal breakfast, my protein coffee, my berries and kiwi for fiber, and I have to finish that water. But this is breakfast, day 26. So one of the things that I really love to do before I go grocery shopping is to clean out my fridge. It is a must. I don't like to not know what I have in my refrigerator and what I need. With this economy, with the way the prices are going, I do not need to buy things that I am not going to consume or that I already have. So I always clean out the containers from the previous week. And this gives me a clear view of what I need. This is something that we will probably not, this is for my husband. I'm probably gonna have to throw this out. This is the omelet with the vegan chorizo that I made last week. I have one left. I can have this probably tomorrow morning for breakfast. I still have some hard-boiled eggs in here. 1 container of fruit, which will probably take me to the end of the week. I might buy a small container of each of the strawberries and the blueberries. I need to buy kale because this is all that I have. Grapes, I have more than enough eggs. I just take full inventory. I throw out anything that is going bad or has gone bad. And honestly, just really, this is my husband. You see this? Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, I just like to take full inventory. I cleared this out because I'm making ginger turmeric shots, and that's also where we put them. But this way, even when I come home and I'm going to go put my groceries away, I'm not cleaning out my refrigerator with a counter and a table filled with bags of stuff. I don't like that feeling. It is not me. And so, yeah, this gives me a good view of what I need. Like, my husband has enough yogurt, so do I. No yogurt for this week. And it helps. It helps to really use your money the right way and not create more waste. So here are my containers that I cleaned. These are just some of them. I've been condensing all week, and that's what I do when I have large containers from the meal prep. As we consume the food and as we eat and go through the week, I move them from the bigger containers into smaller containers. So that's what you see here. They've already been washed. I'm going to put them away. It just gives me a really good feeling that I am off to a good start. Okay, let's walk through what I am going to use for my ginger turmeric shots. I have 3 pineapples, 5 navel oranges. I have 6 lemons, 6 limes. This is 2 pounds of ginger, and this is 2 pounds of turmeric. I don't know that I'm going to use 2 pounds because that just may be too much, in my opinion. I don't know. I have to see. I'll probably use, because it does need to be turmeric and ginger forward, and I am making more than usual. So yeah, maybe I will use them. I don't know. And then I have carrots, and I'm using carrots and oranges because flu season is upon us. So I'm adding in a couple of extra vitamin C, vitamin E things to keep our immune system nice and prime to fight off anything that is coming our way. So let's get to chopping, washing, and blending. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos on juicing, I will link one of them for you below. But when you go to the grocery store, make sure you pick up extra produce bags. These things are really good for meal prepping, or when you're cooking and chopping, you don't have to keep walking back and forth to the garbage. One of these holds a lot. These are actually a lot sturdier and more absorbent than what we think. So these are the bags that they use for the corn when we have seasonal corn. So I always grab a bunch of these and keep them because these are excellent for the pineapples and all of the peels. They're super, super absorbent and strong. We're paying $30 a week for my husband and I for ginger turmeric shots. So when I say that this thing has paid for itself, it has, not just in terms of what I was paying for ginger turmeric shots, but also for our health, right? You can't put a price on that. This is the full batch. I am done. But in order to activate the turmeric, you have to add ground pepper. That is important. I don't have an exact amount. So you just add to the spiciness level that you need, but you must add pepper to the turmeric in order to activate it. Another piece of advice is to clean as you go. Otherwise, you will have a ton of stuff left over. Turmeric stains something awful. So it's important for you to clean all of your utensils, to clean your juicer, clean everything before you actually start. Can I also share, it's important to set yourself up for success. Pouring is the last part of the process. These are all washed and dried. This way you just pour and go. It's easier for me to move these around when I have them in the tray versus keeping them loose on the table. But set yourself up for success. Have everything clean and ready to go so that when you're pouring, you can just put the lids on and put them right in the fridge. Here they are. Here's all of them. I was able to get 4 additional mason jars. So this should be enough for us for a year. And the good thing about adding lemon and limes, which is what most mass producers use, is to keep it fresh and preserved. That's what will keep your ginger turmeric shots preserved. So these will stay because these are airtight, these mason jars, and these are glass and they're really tight. They will keep them nice and fresh for a month in the refrigerator. Yes. Here's my lunch. I'm having 1 hard-boiled egg. I did salt, pepper, and everything but the bagel seasoning. In here, I have a protein shake. This is French vanilla. I added a banana, soy milk for extra protein. So this, I'm chewing on my egg, but I need to show you. I've done 9,200 steps. When I walked Sasha this morning, I did a little bit over 4,000. So the other 5,000 came from me standing, juicing, actually making my ginger turmeric shots. That's 5,000 steps that I made just standing here, juicing. 10,000 steps, I'm almost there. Hey, just did grocery shopping, and today I have another 4 bags, and it was $138. It's really crazy out here, but I got it done. I've been running errands. I'm tired. I need to rest, and the phone just flipped. Sorry. Who is this? They put this little rack up here for these baskets. Never noticed that before.
No.
And that's it. That is this past week's vlog. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, taking time out of your busy day to be here with me. I wanted to recap what happened last week, what were some of the wins and some of the challenges. So I will mix them all up together. Some of the wins were that I went into the office a few days. Some of the wins that I had was that I took care of my mental health, and that I was aware of what was happening, because there are a lot of things going on at my job. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of stress, and I wanted to make sure that I was present 100%. This past week definitely had its own level of challenges, because not only did I go in the office a couple of days this week, but I had a lot of meetings in the evenings. I had meetings in the evenings 4 out of the 5 days this past week. That was a lot of stress. I had to readjust my dinner schedule. I had to adjust a lot of things, but I was proud of myself, because like I said, I showed up and I was present, and it's the season. It's the season that I'm in right now, and I'm okay with that. But with all of that, I had to push a lot of things to the side. What I love most about 75 Medium, for me personally, and this is my own personal take on this, this is my challenge, right? This is my life, and these are my rules. And the biggest win of all is that I learned this past week, and it came front and center, that I am not being so hard on myself, that I'm giving myself grace. That is a huge win for me. I hold myself to a high standard. I am really determined, and I have a lot of focus, but I need to take care of my health. I need to take care of my mental health with everything going on at work. I need to take care of my daily job, and I also just need to take care of me. And if my mental health is not okay, then nothing else will work. Some of the challenges I experienced where I did not hit my water goal on 2 days. I did not reach 150 grams of protein every single day. My eating schedule was very off. My sleep schedule was off. I got up super early on 3 days. Although it felt good to get up early, I still sacrificed a lot of sleep because of those nights. I just felt, and I know it's because of stress. I could not sleep the night before, and I dragged myself all day. That's an area of focus for me for this coming week. So those are a lot of the challenges that I had. Not some, a lot of the challenges that I had. And I want to keep this real and raw. It doesn't help you, and it definitely doesn't help me to not be transparent. This is real life. Things happen. Life is lifing, and you just have to continue to push forward. I am not going to sit here and feel bad for what I didn't accomplish last week. The challenge for me is something to look forward to every day. I know what I can accomplish. I know what I can do when I am whole and healthy. But when I'm not, I need something to look forward to. So my goals for next week are to make sure that I drink a gallon of water every single day. That is a must. The biggest goal is to sleep 8 hours of sleep a night. I need to do that. To help me aid in my sleep, I'm going to read those 10 pages every single night, because I did not read anything at all last week. Nothing. And that's due because I had late meetings really late in the evening. And the last thing I wanted to do was read after being done with a call at 9:30 or actually 9:45 at night. So reading did not happen, but that is going to be a priority for me. I want to make sure that I work out on the days that I am not walking for 45 minutes. I want to make sure that I am working out. On the days that I'm not walking, I will work out for 45 minutes. On the days that I do walk, I still want to do at least stretching or strength training for 30 minutes on those days. These are goals that I'm setting up for myself. Will I reach them all? I don't know. Well, stay tuned. Listen, we're going to find out together, aren't we? But that is my recap for this last week. I need to focus on my mental health, and working out and walking are also part of my mental therapy. And the one thing that I need to get back to is journaling. I need to get back to journaling because that is very important to me. It centers me. It is my therapy of choice along with working out. And that also did not get done last week. My desk is a complete disaster. Even me looking at it right now is giving me a little bit of flutters in my stomach, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. So yeah, a lot got accomplished though. I meal prepped, that helped. I did ginger turmeric shots this week. That's going to help me stay healthy. So I've been doing a lot of things. It's just not hitting all the points of the challenge, and I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that. So let's see what next week brings. I can't wait to share that vlog with you. I have a couple of exciting things happening here at home. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And until the next one, adios.